Hi folks, I'm Matt and welcome to My Expanded Universe, a show where I go through the entire EU in chronological order as best I know how. Folks, we are finally wrapping up the Star Wars Legacy comic series written by John Ostrander. I'm going to go through issues 47 through 50. Now, in this series, the Sith are still trying to just destroy all the Mon Calamari. That's why Admiral Stasi has to go to Dak, the planet Dak, because the Sith have poisoned the waters there that will kill every living thing on that water planet. I mean, whew, they really hold a grudge, don't they? So as that rescue mission is going on, this is the final attack. The Sith army is trying to make one big push to just kind of eliminate everyone. You know, Darth Krayt's going all out, just an all-out gamble to destroy them all his enemies in one fell swoop. Unfortunately, betrayal within the Sith army. Darth Warlock basically betrays Darth Krayt and kills him and takes over the Empire, but kind of messes the power vacuum there. The structure is a little bit changed now. Darth Warlock is now in charge. You're like, wait, what? Because you always thought this would come down to a matchup between Cade and Darth Krayt. So I was very confused when Darth Warlock got to kill Krayt, and it kind of seemed anticlimactic. Now, meanwhile, Sia Fel, who is the daughter of the Emperor Fel, she has been captured by the Sith, by the Empire too. And so the Imperial Knights, you know, who are loyal to the Emperor, they go after to rescue Sia, and a bunch of them die, but they do rescue the Emperor's daughter. Now, I haven't talked much about the Emperor's daughter in this one because she is in the series, and she's an okay character. She's fine. She comes in and out here and there. I mean, she's the whole damsel in distress thing. The Imperial Knights go. There's another Imperial Knight I have not mentioned at all now that I think about it. Actually, there's so many good characters here, you can forget about some of these people. But I remember as issue 50 came, and it was the last issue, it kind of hit me because I didn't really know it was ending. And I was like, oh, really? That's such a good thing going on. It didn't feel like the end. When I read it, I was like, wait, that was a bad ending. I had no idea they were doing a mini-series afterwards. I just didn't know. And I'm going to tell you this, I have a problem with that. And I'll talk about the series as a whole. Let me just talk about Legacy as a whole is great. But if you just stop at issue 50, you will not be satisfied. Now, you're not meant to stop at issue 50. You're meant to stop at Legacy War, which I'll talk about next time. But the Legacy comic book is so good. Why didn't you at least give us one big battle between Cade and... I felt like it's almost like, hey, you've been watching this wrestling show for so many years. You've been waiting for the big battle, but now you got to pay, go to pay-per-view to see the big battles. Like, come on, you couldn't give us one teaser? Nope, you got to buy another whole mini-series coming out after this. So I thought that was pretty cheap. Now, I don't know, that could have been Dark Horse's decision, not John Ostrander's. And I mean, yeah, you could easily just a few extra comic books. But at the time, I didn't realize those were coming out, so I was kind of miffed that that's kind of how issue 50 ended. And to be honest, there may be a ton of people who may buy the trade paperback of this, or probably didn't get War and thought, huh, that's how it ends? That's kind of weird. That's kind of anticlimactic. So I don't think it was that good of an idea, because if you're not a big dedicated Star Wars fan, you're probably going to miss that. You're probably going to miss that there was a miniseries afterwards. Again, I want to save talk about the miniseries later. But as a whole, let me just talk about Legacy of the comic book. I've already told you I was wrong on this, so dead wrong about this series. I loved it. I didn't want it to go away like a lot of fans didn't want it to end, and that surprised me. It surprised me that he could walk away from Cade Skywalker and make other characters who were, in my opinion, just as interesting. Now, we're not just talking about the Sith villains who were interesting, but the other people. The Fel storyline, the Imperial Knight storyline was very interesting. Admiral Stasi's life, the last fleet of the Galactic Alliance. They're all that's left of the Galactic Alliance. That's sad, and you kind of root for that underdog there. There's a lot of sub-story plots, like, oh my goodness, the poor Mon Calamari in this series. It's awful what's happening to them. There's a lot of other story points going around that don't involve or not necessarily tied to Cade. Now, Cade does, he and the Jedi, kind of fall together, even though Cade has made it very clear he is his own man. He's not going to fall back in with the Jedi. He just wanted to get rid of this threat, and then he's done. But at the same time, what an awesome assortment of characters and a story that basically just drives you along for 50 issues, and really I enjoyed every moment of it. I thought the ending was a little flat, you know, and again, I know there was a miniseries afterwards, but I felt like issue 50 had to give more of a punch, and I don't think it did. I think it gave a little meow. Do comic books meow? Either way though, should you read this? Yes, absolutely. It's a fantastic series. And I'll talk about the mini-series next time in another video.